You feel anything here, Jesus?
A little, but it's weak. I'm like a magnet to the spirits, but I might have to amp it up a little bit.
Amp it up? What do you mean by that?
Spirits in this building, use my energy and come communicate with us.
Yeah, talk about amping it up.
All right, hold my beer. Spirits of this building, I invoke you to use my soul and speak with us tonight. Tell us all your story.
Jesus, please help us here. Oh my God. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Ashley's Restaurant, originally called Jack's Tavern, was opened in 1933. Jack Allen's Tavern featured $1 steak dinners and the first jukebox in Brevard County. In 1946, it became Cooney's Tavern, followed by a string of name changes. The Mad Duchess, the Loose Caboose, the Sparrowhawk, Gentleman Jim's, and finally, in 1985, Ashley's Restaurant. The Tudor-style building with its dark wood bar, old stained glass windows, antique pictures, and decorative plants suspended by its rafters is overseen by tables along the railing of its upstairs dining area. Guests can feel vibrations throughout the building as long freight trains pass on the railroad nearby. This is the setting of the ghostly legends which make Ashley's one of Florida's most haunted restaurants. A third of the way through the gates at Georgiana Cemetery in Merritt Island, where Spanish moss hangs from a handful of oaks, sits Ethel Allen's grave. But Miss Allen's spirit, according to local mediums, claims another location as its place of residency, Ashley's Restaurant. On November 21, 1934, a man driving north along the Indian River noticed buzzards circling overhead and landing on the ground below. A badly burned body was discovered by the passerby, and authorities were notified. Cocoa resident Mrs. Gerald Finney, who lived with Miss Allen, was able to identify her by the barely recognizable tattoo, a rope circle with the letters BK enclosed. Census records show Miss Allen was from a family of 11 siblings, with one of her sisters named Bernice. Miss Allen frequented or worked at Ashley's before her murder. It is unclear if she was related to the owner, Jack Allen, at the time. Jack's was the last place the 19-year-old was ever seen. Was her murderer a patron or employee of Jack's Tavern? We don't know. The case was never solved. People believe Miss Allen has returned to Ashley's to tell her story. Some think the energy created as a result of the trauma of her murder created a portal for other spirits, and that portal still resides inside the restaurant. There are other speculations regarding the spirits who haunt Ashley's Tavern. One is that a train station once stood where Ashley's is today. The station burned down to the ground, leaving nothing but the foundation, allegedly killing some of the people inside. Another explanation is that the building stands on an old ancient Indian burial ground. There's also a story of a young boy killed either on US 1 in front of the restaurant or out back on the train tracks, and his soul decided to rest at Ashley's. Diners have reported seeing random guests sitting at tables that seemingly disappear, usually in the form of a young woman. Under-presence investigator Steve KURTZKE has photographic evidence of a young girl dancing in a long blue dress. Several others have snapped pictures, only to later find that there are orbs, mists, and even faces that appear in their photographs. Employees have felt a hand upon their backs, which threatens to push them down the steep set of steps used to transport food and dishes between the upstairs dining area and the kitchen. Glasses sometimes randomly fall to the floor. Menus are knocked over. The portal supposedly allows the ghosts and spirits of young children to enter the restaurant, and at times attempt to play with the customers. And perhaps the most interesting thing is the ladies' room, which once served as a storeroom, one of the places that may have been the location of Ethel Allen's murder. Guests and employees have reported seeing old-fashioned high-button shoes mysteriously appear and then disappear in the adjoining stall, even while the stall is empty. Some people have reported seeing a brief flash of Ethel Allen dressed in 1930s evening wear in the ladies' room mirror. There's even a story of the toilet exploding. Today, thousands of people visit Ashley's restaurant for a delightful bite to eat or a liquid spirit or two, and an opportunity to visit with the friendly underpresence that will forever exist within these walls.
We've got another interesting investigation for you tonight. Who's here tonight?
Josh Whitener, journalist.
Steve KURTZKE, paranormal investigator, tech expert.
Father Jesus, priest and medium. I'm like a spirit man.
Victor PRUNA, former priest, paranormal investigator.
All right, so we're going to reach out to Ethel Allen and see if we can't get her over to the other side.
Yeah, Father Spirit Magnet over there, always doing his little hocus pocus.
Why don't you just have another Shirley Temple there, Victor?
All right, team, be safe.
I'm here with Christy Taylor from Ashley's Restaurant. Christy, can you tell me some personal experiences you've had with paranormal activity here?
A lot of the temperature dropping really cold, and the first couple years was that, and a lot of customers telling you about the granddaughter coming in or the mother's child talking about somebody pulling their hair, but it's not really pulling, it's kind of like playing with it.
I was sitting right here, and then I just felt pulling on my hair, and then when I got up, my hair was like...
You're sitting at this booth right here, in this lamp, and your hair was tangled up in it? Wow. So what do you think happened?
A ghost pulled it.
You think a ghost pulled it?
Yeah.
That she kept saying someone was pulling her hair, and it was clear that nobody was pulling her hair. But when we got up and we saw the hair, it was very creepy. She wasn't big enough for her hair to reach that.
Well, we searched up places to go for creepy things or whatever, and then we just came inside here, and then my hair was just...
Back in the day, I used to be the first person upstairs, and there were table tents on, this is a table tent, would be on the ground, all of them.
Is it a lot of different sensory things? Is there anything that you've heard?
I
felt?
hear my name.
Really?
And a lot of other servers will sit there and say, "Did you call me?" And I'm like, "No." And they said that they all hear their name, which is really weird, and it's usually a female.
So would you say that the activity that's here in the restaurant is overall friendly, or is it more something's trying to scare you?
Oh, definitely friendly.
Definitely?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be working here as many years as I've had if it was scary. Yeah.
Did you feel anything? Have you ever felt?
I felt presence, so that's why I'm saying my peripheral, because I've been here 16 years, I know the whole building, the inside, and if I'm here upstairs by myself and I'm looking at it, it's like something standing there And I know something's not supposed to be there, and I'm thinking to myself, what could it be? Thinking that somebody's there. When I looked, it's gone. It's like it gave me a new outlook of what actually happens to us after we do pass. You know, are we still here? Because I've tested it so many times with when I feel presence and I see something there on the side, and I'm waiting, going like, and it's still there. But when you go to look, it's, yeah. And I can tell you a story about one of the servers. I was in the bathroom, and we have 2 stalls. And I went in the bathroom. When I came out, she was still standing there. And I'm like, why didn't you go in the second stall? She goes, there's somebody in there. And she's whispering. I'm like, there's nobody in there. She's like, through the crack, she said she could see somebody moving. I'm like, there's nobody in there. And she didn't believe me. So I opened the door up. And, I mean, she went ghost white. Because she swears that she saw somebody moving around. I looked around, I'm like, are you okay?
I couldn't believe it. I had those dowsing rods, and we started to ask about Ethel Allen, and my eyes started to swell up. I started to tear up, nose started to run. I felt this vibration on me, and then the equipment behind us was going crazy. The light was going off, and I mean, it was just a phenomenal night. And I think we are going to gather more information, and we're going to try to help these people out.
What's my name?
This wasn't our first go-round at Ashley's Tavern. We've seen many orbs and heard many EVPs in here, and Steve even caught a picture of what looks like a girl dancing in the hallway. Faces routinely appear in the photographs in the wall, and strange reflections abound. See if you heard what the team heard.
Ethel Allen, are you up here with us right now? Oh, you did very good work when you worked here, when you lived up here. I really appreciate the work and all the hard work that you did. You sat down the hallway in front of me. What is it? You have a very pretty blue dress. You really like the blue dress that you want to wear. Let's say hello to Jake. He's right here in front of me. Whoa. Please come over and play with me. I'm sitting right over here. Say hi to Josh. Say hi to Josh.
The more the team investigated Ashley's building itself and walked around these hallowed halls, they found more evidence that this just might be a portal to the underpresence. In the back dining room, where some patrons had reported seeing a lone single woman dining and then mysteriously disappear, Father Jesus went back with his camera and sat there alone in the dark. He fired up his video camera and turned the light on, and he saw the most orbs he has ever seen in any investigation. They are not reflections of light for sure. Could they be dust? It's possible. But the way they move in several different directions and don't just float there like typical dust does indicates that these might be something different. All different sizes, going in many different directions, and so many of them. What's really curious is once Father Jesus got up to walk, they seem to have followed him up the south staircase, where there also has been many episodes of paranormal activity, where people have felt a hand seemingly pushing them up or down this set of steps. You can clearly see the orbs following Father Jesus as he approaches Steve on the south staircase.
There's an orb dancing right in front of you, man.
Me?
Yep.
Wow. As soon as you start talking about that orb, something came through.
A whole bunch of them flying up right now. Like all in the same direction.
Who's here with me right now?
Yep, all over you, bro. All over the place. Oh my God.
There's Ethel Allen here with us. My arm is getting really cold.
Man, they're all over the place.
The team headed back downstairs for a look inside the famous ladies' room at Ashley's Tavern. Now a ladies' room, but once the site of a storage room. It was possibly the murder site of Ethel Allen.
Wow. Are you in here with me right now?
When the team was in the ladies' room investigating, something strange happened on the camera in that room. Watch it here. It looked like there was a dimensional shift in time. Is it possible? Well, anything's possible. And then the door was jammed shut for a minute. It wasn't locked. They were able to open it a few seconds later. But still, a coincidence? And watch the orb in the mirror. Two of them in the same direction.
You know, seriously, I thought we were going to walk into Ashley's and there's going to be nothing going on there, you know. For me, I'm like a spirit magnet. Spirits, they love me. They just all over me, you know. Or there's probably orbs around me right now and you can't even see them. But I'll tell you what, I had to go outside and shake things up a little bit, right? And once I did that, I gave them my energy. I said, hey, use my energy. I invoke those spirits. And they started to come around and talk to us. It's not for me. It's nothing personal for me. I want to help them get to the other side. And people say, Father Jesus, are you a little disrespectful to the spirits? And I said, no, I'm not. I'm trying to help them. But people don't understand my methods. I'm a man of the cloth. I understand the boundary between the earth and the other side more than most people do. I understand the sacraments. I understand the difference between the planes, between the dimensions. And a lot of people just don't understand me. And I hope we can develop that understanding as we go on here on the Underpresence.
I just got the chills. I got cold.
Is Paul or Ethel here right now? If Paul's here, make a X right now. Use our energy. Use my energy right now, Paul. Are you here? Make an X.
I think Ethel's here. Ethel is here.
Ethel, is this you? Please make an X if this is you, Ethel. Use my energy. I am a friend. I will not hurt you. Thank you, Ethel. So you are here. Do you dance around here? If so, can you make the rods go to my right? So, Ethel, do you have fun dancing around here and playing around with the guest? If so, make an X. Ooh, I just felt someone touch me in the back. Yes, use my energy, Ethel. Do you enjoy being here? Do you enjoy people visiting you and talking with you? Make an X. Ooh, look at that. Make an X, Ethel. As you continue making the X, you know Steve here well, don't you? You've seen him many times here. Make an X.
Ethel, you can say hello to me. I know you're here. You said I'm right here in the restroom.
Just make an X for Steve, right here.
Just trying.
I can feel your presence right now, Ethel.
The little girl's up here now.
Little girl, is it you with the blue dress? Make an X.
Little girl, you like to dance. Ooh. This little girl is here.
Hello, little girl.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Little girl, has Steve helped you? Can you separate them now?
Whoa.
Wow.
That's intense.
Doing good work, Steve.
And that meter behind you is going batshit crazy right now. You can hear the pings.
Are you from another dimension? Make an X. Let us know. Okay.
Wow.
Can you separate them and tell me if that dimension is a good dimension?
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. Are you happy? Make an X.
Happy. Okay. I'm gonna do a gouging session. I'm gonna sit down over there in front of that camera. Yeah.
Ooh.
You're definitely having a reaction there.
Whoa, and it's like, whenever I do that, I actually feel like smell like touching like back here a little bit.
That thing, I didn't see it, but I heard it. It was going dee 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 dee. It was going crazy.
And then like for whatever reason, my eyes switched to water. I had to walk.
Hey, the Underpresidents had a really cool investigation at Ashley's Restaurant in Rockledge. I personally captured a lot of cool, intelligent spirit orbs. We got some really great EVPs, as well as amazing spirit box footage. What we do as a whole is to investigate a location and try to figure out what's going on. We try to debunk things, and then whatever is labeled as evidence, then that's what we present. Yeah, I do Dinner and a Ghost every Monday night from 5:30 to 9 p.m. and I bring some of my equipment and some of the footage so people can see and hear and see what some of this equipment looks like every Monday night from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Little girl, this is where I captured your photo. Please come over and play with me. Paul the maintenance man, were you here earlier with us tonight, over by the stairs? Little girl, do you want to come through and say hello to us? And play with the bear?
Hello there, girl.
Is it your birthday today? If it is your birthday, send both rods to my right. My right is this way.
It's like birthday cake.
You like birthday?
Today's the girl's birthday, huh? You picked the perfect date. Chuck Fresh or Father Jesus.
If you would like us to sing happy birthday, send both rods to the left. Both rods this way. Whoa.
Oh, hey.
It's a yes or no thing. You can use my energy. Do you want Steve to sing?
No. Oh, Ricky.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
If you are less than 10 years old, bring both rods to my right.
One. Ooh, that's the little girl. She was 7. One more train.
Do you like hugs? If you like hugs, cross the rods.
There you go.
Can we all do a group hug?
Oh, man.
Oh, okay, group hug. Bring it in here, girl. Bring it in.